didn't say to stop.
Greetings and welcome to TC Lifestyle Adventure, and today I'm going to be sailing aboard MV Samish across the Salish Sea. Alright, now full disclosure, during the making of this video, or should I say filming of it, I was going through a real traumatic period in my life, and I'm not going to go into detail, but I definitely needed some time to myself and to get away for a little bit. So I decided, how about a ferry ride? And it was exactly what I needed because it was another area of Washington that I have not explored yet. I went to Anacortes, the main city/town of Fidalgo Island, went to the ferry port, boarded MV Samish to go to Friday Harbor on San Juan Island. San Juan Island is a part of an archipelago called the San Juan Islands. I'm just going to the main island just to go a little rest and relaxation here. But enough about that. Let me just show you what I'm doing right here. I am sailing the Salish Sea, which is a marginal sea of the Pacific Ocean located in the Canadian province of British Columbia and the state of Washington. It includes the Strait of Georgia, the Strait of Juan de Fuca, Puget Sound, and an intricate network of connecting channels and adjoining waterways. The sea stretches from the channels of the Discovery Islands north of the Strait of Georgia to Bud Inlet at the south end of Puget Sound. It is partially separated from the open Pacific Ocean by Vancouver Island and an Olympic Peninsula. Much of the coast is part of the Pacific Northwest megalopolis. The region is anchored by Metro Vancouver to the north and Metro Seattle to the south. Other principal cities on the Salish Sea include Bellingham, Port Angeles, Port Townsend, Everett, Tacoma, Olympia, and Bremerton in Washington, and Victoria and Nanaimo, if I pronounce that right, in British Columbia. As of 2021, the region is home to 8.76 million people. This right here helps to prove my point of how much I just love Washington in the Pacific Northwest, because I did not know any of these views were here at all. As you can tell from my photography work, I definitely needed that distraction, and I was straight up just playing with my phone in all these establishing shots. And unfortunately, I had them all in the portrait view, not the landscape. That's why it's just narrow, but I apologize for that. I was just playing with it. Oh well. I just disembarked MV Samish, and now I'm walking towards Friday Harbor, a town in San Juan County, Washington, where at the 2020 census the population was 2,613. It is the major commercial center of the San Juan Islands archipelago and is the county seat of San Juan County. The more you know. I wanted to say this again, I was going through quite a traumatic period in my life, so I didn't really take much pictures as I should have when I was on that island, but you'll see that in a later video, part of this video, so stay tuned for that. Alright, here I disembarked MV Samish again after we returned to Anacortes during this beautiful sunset, and this right here you'll see as the video rolls on another example of how much I just love this place. It has a very nice, friendly, and family vibe to it, and when you look at the scenery around it with the evergreen trees, the mountains and the volcanoes in this region. All the more reason why I just love it here. It is totally worth the rain for 8 to 9 months, in my opinion. I mean, look at this. I was just on that ferry. I'm still transiting that walkway. And wait for it. And they're off. It's not actually a race, but you can just go on a bike, in a vehicle, or just on foot on the ferry. Unfortunately, they are not free, but this is the largest ferry system in the US, according to my research. So, look at all that. It looks really interesting, doesn't it? One day I gotta actually try that, going on the ferry with a bike and just go exploring, instead of just on foot or with just my car. Just to mix things up. Wait for it. Before I continue, if there's something about this video that you felt like I should have highlighted or mentioned, or if you have any questions, concerns, gripes, or complaints, let me know in the comment below. And now, back to the video. Here you are as promised. Here's more pictures I've taken with my phone, and I've played pictures on my other camera. I can post that later. If you want to see them, let me know in the comment below, or you can look at my other social media platforms for them. But this is a nice behind the scenes of what I didn't post earlier, because I didn't really take much videos. I just took a lot of pictures, and yes, there was a lot of history on San Juan Island and Anacortes. You know me. The historian in me just could not help it. I mean, aside from this beautiful scenery here, like these trees, and on this trail that led to the ferry port from the parking lot, totally worth it. That's a nice view right there before I left, and this is after we got underway. This is a nice view from the aft portion of the ferry. Please excuse my facial expression. I already disclosed with you on why it looks like that. You're probably wondering, why don't I just go on these cruises with my parents? Well, I'm going to assert my Fifth Amendment privilege on that, on why I don't do it. So anyways, this is definitely a nice trip I definitely needed. I couldn't get this much needed relaxation and relief from watching TV or on a streaming service. No, I needed to get up, walk outside, and just enjoy myself. Unfortunately, I had limited time left in Washington before I had to go to another state. So instead of throwing myself in a pity party, I decided, don't count down the days, make the days count. Because I knew darn well, if I did not, I was going to really hate myself with that woulda, coulda, shoulda feeling. So I decided to just go for it. And I'm very glad that I did. Did you know that San Juan Island is dotted with numerous farms and is a tourist-driven economy? The island has two substantial marinas, one in Friday Harbor and the other in Roach Harbor, and both of those count tall ships and large yachts as frequent visitors. This place has several attractions, including the Whale Museum, a contemporary art museum building, the San Juan Community Theater, the Sculpture Park near Roach Harbor, a historical museum, and Limekiln Point State Park, where visitors can watch orcapods swim by. I didn't see nothing on the trip, so I was a little disappointed in that, but it was still nice to view this underrated point of interest nonetheless. Oh, and check this out. Many Hollywood stars and celebrities would spend time here on the island to avoid publicity and to seek more peace and quiet. Because, when you're out in the public eye like that in the mainstream, to get away from the paparazzi or just from social media, it's just a nice little getaway. A nice little personal exile just to collect to yourself, Transportation to the island is by boat, Washington State ferries, seaplane, or by conventional aircraft. If traveling by seaplane, Friday Harbor is serviced by Northwest Seaplanes and Kenmore Air, which are both longtime operators in the area. The Friday Harbor Airport Terminal is 1.3 miles from the ferry landing, and outside of Friday Harbor, the only major commercial establishment resort is the village of Roach Harbor. Also, before I forget, Friday Harbor is featured as the default starting point in the computer game Microsoft Flight Simulator X. I thank everyone here for watching this video. Alright, so what'd you think? Please like, share, subscribe to stay up to date for more videos. This is TC, the Wandering Historian, encouraging y'all to try new things. Blessings!
Stop.
Yeah, I didn't say to stop.